Hello everybody, welcome back to Ordinary Adventures and welcome back to part 2 of our Super Nintendo World virtual tour.
On the last video, we took a look at some of the groundbreaking technology that's going to bring this immersive, interactive world to life, and we speculated on some of the food and merchandise that might be sold in this land. In this video, we're going to take a look at the rides.
Woo!
Come with us on this adventure. Let's talk about the rides, because that's what I think most people want to hear about. And the signature attraction of all these lands is a Mario Kart e-ticket ride, which is said to be like next level. We really don't know how this ride works. We do know that you will enter through a recreation of Bowser's Castle, and likely that the storyline will play into that in some way.
Yeah, you'll probably start off the race like down in the dungeon.
So for the concept art for this ride, it looks like 2 people are in each vehicle. I'm not sure if that's actually the case or if that's just the concept art. But we know that you're going to be boarding these go-kart style racing vehicles, and there's going to be 2 tracks side by side. So it'll feel like you're going to be racing the other car. Kind of like Radiator Springs Racers, I assume.
What we do know is that this ride, it's going to be a dark ride, and it's going to have a lot of physical sets mixed with like the screen wall technology. And that makes me happy because a lot of Universal rides are just a screen.
Yeah.
So it's going to be cool to actually see the characters and see the sets with the screens projected as well.
Let's get to some of the speculation and rumors here, because they haven't really released many actual details.
Yeah.
We know that Universal has patented technologies like the use of like LED screens surrounding you that will be moving imagery while they're like shooting fans at you. So it feels like you're moving a lot faster than you're actually moving.
Yeah, that's smart. I just hope it doesn't make me motion sick. I'm just now thinking that this ride actually might make me sick, but I'm going to love it anyway.
And there's also rumors that the ride vehicles will have some kind of spinning technology to them.
Yeah, so you know how in the game when you get items and you throw them at the other racers and you spin out of control, like when you hit a banana or you get a red shell? How is that going to work? Like, are you going to actually be able to pick the item to throw at the people, or
I don't know.
Every time you go on it, is that same banana peel going to be in the road and you spin out?
There's also rumors that they'll have like these AR augmented reality racing goggles that you wear on this ride, because Universal, you're going to wear 3D glasses, right? That will actually project like digital imagery. So maybe there's ways of you actually throwing the banana and actually seeing, I don't know, I'm not sure. That just seems like it would be too complicated. Okay, let's talk about where you can find this Mario Kart ride. It will be found in every one of the Super Nintendo Worlds. It's the signature attraction. Hollywood's version of Super Nintendo World is only expected to launch with the Mario Kart ride. It won't have the Yoshi ride or the Donkey Kong ride. We live in Hollywood, and they're just like limited by the space.
That's fine. I'll take the Mario Kart ride.
There. Yeah, and they haven't announced anything in Hollywood, but just judging by the construction, it looks like it's just the Mario Kart ride and a little bit of the world. Interestingly, we're not getting the Yoshi ride, but the same ride system that Yoshi is built on is expected to be the same ride system that the Secret Life of Pets off-the-leash attraction is working on. So even though we don't get the Yoshi ride, we're kind of getting the same ride system in a way.
So let's talk about this Yoshi Dark ride. It's actually called Yoshi's Adventure.
It's cute.
That's so cute. I don't really know. Is this like a little kid's ride?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably going to be my favorite ride. I love Yoshi. He's the best.
Yeah. Each ride vehicle is a Yoshi.
Yeah, and it's not just like the classic green Yoshi. It's the different colored Yoshis, which they've started incorporating in the newer Mario games, which I think is really cool.
I think each ride vehicle will fit 2 adults. That is the same thing that the Secret Life of Pets rides fits 2 people.
And this is going to be an Omni-Mover ride. It's a ride that's on a continuous loop of a track and just keeps moving without stopping, moving slowly, obviously, so you could get on and off.
So if you think of like Spaceship Earth, it seems like a relatively short trip. And the ride that takes place on the 2nd level of this world, which is kind of cool because you'll be able to see some of the 3rd and 4th level stuff up close, but you'll also be overlooking the people below you.
Yeah, it seems like this ride is part inside and part outside, which is fun.
There's only a handful of scenes. We don't really know how it works. It looks like there's like moving animatronic features like like Goombas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's one indoor show scene. We have no idea what it is.
Okay.
But I'm excited. And we do know that the executives have been saying that these power-up bands are not only going to be useful around the land, but also on the rides. Will help keep track of scores on the rides, which makes sense for Mario Kart maybe, right? But I'm wondering if that also means that this ride will have some kind of interactive feature. I guess, what creatures do you most want to see on this ride? What cute Mario creatures?
I want to see them all. I love the Goombas. Those are like those little mushroom looking guys.
I like the little turtles, the Koopa Troopas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bullet Bill.
Oh my gosh.
Piranha plants.
Piranha plants. It would like
they come out of the warp pipe and
Yeah. I wonder if one like comes really close to you. Like it almost gets you.
So where can you find this attraction? We know that it is announced for Japan. It's almost finished being built. The Epic Universe concept art for Florida, we can see it in there, but they haven't really officially announced any rides.
Yeah.
So we pretty much assume it's there. And Singapore, it's expected because the Singapore concept art is the same concept art as the land in Japan that they've released.
So basically everywhere but Hollywood gets this ride. Another thing that's a big speculation and that actually is in the concept art for the Epic Universe over in Orlando is a whole Donkey Kong themed land and a Donkey Kong ride.
Yeah, and by that you mean Donkey Kong Country, not Donkey Kong, old school.
Yeah, not original Donkey Kong, the new, cooler, hipper Donkey Kong of Donkey Kong Country.
As you can see in this concept art, there's this whole like jungle themed area adjacent to the Mario themed part of Super Nintendo World. This is speculated to be the Donkey Kong themed minecart coaster ride. Again, nothing's been announced, but there have been models that we've seen, a roller coaster kind of ride that you're in like a minecart. There's been some patents filed showing kind of like how a track could be broken up and you jump over the missing track. That seems like really cool.
That's going to be awesome.
So a lot of the speculation of how this ride works comes from this universal patent that was filed in 2016 called the Boom Coaster. And what this is actually a ride vehicle that is elevated high enough that there's a fake track placed underneath it and an actual arm connected to an actual track system further below from the side. So where can we experience Donkey Kong Country and ride the Donkey Kong minecart ride?
Seems so far like
Epic Universe.
Epic Universe, even though they have not announced it. It seems like in Japan, from looking at the land itself, there's space right next to it if they wanted to like expand the land and add the Donkey Kong stuff later.
Yeah, it's an expansion pad.
Yeah.
And we don't know if it's going to be in Singapore, but it's definitely not going to be in Hollywood because Hollywood does not have the space for these things.
Yep, definitely not going to be in Hollywood.
What else would you like to see here? Like, do you think there's going to be character meet and greets with like Mario and Luigi?
Well, during the press release, a character, like dress-up character costume guy came out that was Mario, so I'm assuming that'll be there. My guess is there's going to be Mario. There's going to be all the basic characters.
Mario, Luigi,
Peach,
and
Bowser.
Toad. Bowser?
And Toad.
So Bowser's going to be nice and just be taking photos with people?
Yeah, I mean, you've got Megatron. He's a bad guy. So Bowser could just be there like going "Rawr," and like shooting fire.
Well, the other thing I'm wondering, do you think there's going to be any kind of show of any kind? They do have like the Princess Peach's castle is kind of like a stage area. It could be a stage area. I don't know.
Like, what would the show be though? Like, she just comes out and like waves at people and then goes back inside.
Like Bowser comes out and Mario like throws a fireball at him and.
Wow. Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
He has to save.
He has to save her. Hello, that's the whole plot line of every Mario video game. He's got to save her. Wow. Peter, you're smart.
And then Toad tells Mario that the princess is in another castle.
Yeah. He's like, sorry, you were this close, but actually keep going. You'll get her at the end.
Okay, so when is Super Nintendo World going to open?
Japan was supposed to be open, like we said earlier, in summer of 2020. It seems to me like they're pretty much done. They're just waiting for the world to kind of settle down and everything to go back to normal and the park to reopen before they launch the land.
Yeah.
So my guess is the one in Japan will be open before the year's over. And then I don't know about the other ones. The construction
Hollywood's
in Hollywood,
like far along.
It's far along, but they haven't announced anything really of when it's supposed to be done.
I think sometime next year. I think it's pretty
Really?
close to being done. Florida, Epic Universe.
I mean,
They've cleared out the land.
Yeah, and then when is that supposed to open? Like 2024?
Yeah, it was originally, I think, 2023 or something, but now that's 2024.
Yeah. So obviously that's going to open with the land. Still a while for that one.
And when Singapore was announced, the press release said expected to be completed by 2025.
Oh, wow.
But of course, that was before the coronavirus, and who knows?
Well, I am very, 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 very excited about this land. I am a huge, huge Nintendo Mario freak. Some might say that I'm too old to love Mario as much as I do. And I say the joke is on you because they're making a whole Super Mario Nintendo world.
Let's go to the comments. In the last video, we asked you for your feedback, comments, and questions about what you want to see in the Super Nintendo world. And we're here to relay some of those and comment on them. So Charles has a suggestion. He says, maybe you should be able to eat Yoshi berries. Does Yoshi eat berries?
Yeah, he eats like apples. He could basically eat anything that's in front of him.
What could be unique about Yoshi berries?
I don't know, there could be like a bunch of different kinds and...
Maybe they could be like candy. You know how like you have chocolate covered strawberries? Like candy coated berries.
Sure.
A bunch of people suggested for an expansion, they'd love to see a ride based on Luigi's Mansion.
Ooh, that's such a good idea.
Yeah, some people suggested it could be like a Haunted Mansion kind of dark ride.
Yeah.
Or it could be like a Toy Story Midway Mania kind of ride where you're interactive, like shooting the ghosts.
Yeah. Have you ever played Luigi's Mansion? Or seen
I've seen it played. I have not. It looks like a combination of Mario and Ghostbusters.
Pretty much. He like sucks up all the ghosts and stuff. That's a great idea.
Yeah. So someone at Universal should steal that.
Yeah. I mean, feel free. Just give us early access to the ride and we won't take any royalties.
Yeah. I want to go around a house like with a vacuum cleaner sucking up ghosts. Someone says, imagine if you ordered a super mushroom at a restaurant and gave you maybe 30 minutes of special power on your power-up band.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so you get a benefit for getting the mushroom.
Ooh, I like that. You guys are smart. See, I told you in the last video that you guys would have amazing ideas.
We talked about how you could probably buy creatures from Mario and take them home, kind of like the creature shop in Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
Braden suggested that maybe you could buy Yoshi eggs, and it's like a mystery blind box that you don't know what Yoshi's going to be inside the egg.
Oh, I love that idea.
Yeah.
That's very smart.
And it's very, very like Nintendo-y, I think.
Yeah.
Someone says that they read a rumor that they're going to have a Pokemon training academy similar to Jedi Training Academy at Disney. I don't think that's going to happen, but that's brilliant.
There has to be. Like, there's so much money to be made there. And then, oh my God, that's like $1 trillion idea right there. Although I don't like training my Pokemon. I like them when they're babies because once they like evolve and get stronger, they're not cute anymore. Just saying.
Is that how you feel about Gizmo?
Gizmo's always going to be small and cute.
You know, in our Mandalorian video, we suggested that they create a backpack out of the Mandalorian jetpacks. Someone here suggested something similar. So they suggested that they create a backpack out of Bowser's shell.
Okay.
That could be a cool piece of merchandise.
Or just like a turtle shell backpack.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Bowser shell better.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the last video, I suggested that they could serve some kind of food in a Koopa Troopa shell. It could be like ice cream or something like that.
Yeah.
Someone suggested maybe turtle soup.
No.
That's about as good as her lobster nacho slushy idea.
Ugh. I think turtle soup is like a real thing though.
It is.
Ugh. No.
Never had it. Another person had a suggestion of what if they took a Super Nintendo world and put it in Volcano Bay or a water park. So you had a super...
Oh my God, you could go down all the pipes and they were like water slides.
How awesome.
And all the other stuff in like the underwater world in Mario where you're like swimming around with the fishies. Love that. Great idea. What?
I've never seen you so happy for an idea.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah. What themed hotels would you like to see in Super Nintendo World, and what features would they have? We should say that so far we don't know there's going to be any hotels themed to Super Nintendo World. But if there were, where would you like to stay? I have one.
Okay.
Yoshi's Treehouse.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I would like to stay in my own Animal Crossing village in my house somehow.
That'd be cool if like the room that you design in the game could somehow be like projection mapped onto the room in the hotel, so like you're actually living in your room from the game.
Yeah. Leave comments down below of the kind of hotel you'd want to see.
Jeff Mears writes in, he says, gotta give credit to Peter here. Princess Peach was always her name in the Japanese releases, but in the West, she was Princess Toadstool until 1993's Yoshi Safari.
Yeah, he's right. When I was editing the video, I was, looking up if there was a Princess Toadstool and a photo of her that I could put in the video. And he was right, and I wasn't going to tell him that he was right, but someone else.
But they told me I was right.
Good job.
Kyle suggested that there should be like a store like Droid Depot there where you can buy like these RC carts that are like the Mario Karts. Mm-hmm. And they could have features where you could get like things like bananas that you could put on the back and then like remote drop them to like stop other cars and stuff like that.
That's such a good idea.
I know. I don't think there's enough room for that though. He had all sorts of ideas. Like, they were all good. Curtis Miller wants some sort of Metroid ride. What would that be like?
I never played Metroid, so I'm the wrong person to ask.
Yeah, Metroid was a game I never had as a kid.
Yeah.
It looked cool, though. It's like sci-fi.
Yeah, it looks very cool.
Skunkman wants to see a boat ride inspired by Pikmin.
Oh.
Did you ever play Pikmin?
It was never a game that I owned, but, like, I had friends that played it, so I've seen it. That would be beautiful.
But is there enough of a Pikmin audience? I mean, they made sequels, right?
You know who I just remembered we're forgetting that we haven't mentioned once? Kirby. Hashtag release the Kirby ride.
Tyler has a bunch of questions for us. What do we think of the live-action Super Mario Brothers movie from the early 90s?
Love it. Didn't even have to finish the question. Love it.
It's so weird.
It's so not what you would ever think a Mario movie would ever be.
Yeah.
But I love the Koopa Troopas and that. They're like little dinosaurs.
What do you guys think of the movie The Wizard? I love this movie. This is a movie I think I showed you for the first time.
Yeah, was that the one where...
With the power glove.
With the power gloves, and then they go to like Universal at the end and they compete in the competition and they debut Mario 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. That movie is awesome. I loved that. I loved it because like they went to Universal.
Yeah.
But then everything else about that movie is awesome too.
Which land are we more excited for? Super Nintendo Land or Avengers Campus? That's tough.
I think for me personally, Nintendo.
If you included the second phase of Avengers Campus with the e-ticket ride, I would say Avengers Campus. But Super Nintendo, I think I'm more excited for. Tess Wood had a great suggestion that maybe each ride car is like based on its own character, so you could ride in like Peach's car, Mario's car, and that could provide a different experience. But I want it to not just look different. I want it to
act differently, so every time you go on it, it's different. That's a great idea.
Like a certain car would like drift more or something, you know.
Yeah. I don't want to brag or anything, but like I am a really good designer of the cars.
She likes playing as like Princess Peach in her like pajamas?
In her cat suit.
Cat suit. And I once went to a convention, I got her a stuffed animal of this.
Yeah.
Do you still have that?
I do.
Can you bring it over here?
Hold on. Wait, show her butt. Yeah, so this is Princess Peach in her cat suit. These cat suits were introduced in Mario 3D World, which is an amazing game.
Naomi says that they definitely need an Animal Crossing photo booth. Is there photo booths in Animal Crossing? I don't know anything about Animal Crossing.
There is no photo booth in Animal Crossing, but like it does give you the option to have a little camera and take photos, and you could put like filters on the photos and stuff. So that'd be fun.
Could be cute.
Yeah, you could. Hey.
Gizmo's barking at nobody.
He's jealous.
Rambo would like to see Star Fox. Maybe fly one of his ships as a ride. And he'd also love a Star Fox toy. Which I think they probably sell Star Fox toys. But
that's another one that we forgot to mention. Great idea.
That could be cool, although I feel like there's a lot of flying rides.
Yeah.
But if Universal's trying to compete with Galaxy's Edge, maybe Star Fox is the way to go.
A Star Fox simulator ride. I like it.
In case you didn't know, at the end of most videos, we answer questions from previous comments. So if you want to leave us a question, leave it in the comments below.
Yeah.
I promise we're going to get to, we have a backlog of comments. We're going to eventually get to them.
Yeah. And your questions, they don't even have to be about Nintendo. Leave us questions about literally anything. The more creative, the better.
If you want to see part 1 of our Nintendo World virtual tour, put it over there. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next adventure.